Malcolm Stewart, welcome to the swimming pool. Hey everybody, Walty Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. So buckle up and strap in as we examine the good, the bad, and maybe even a little bit of the ugly.
No, Walty, not the ugly. Only examine rainbows and sunshine.
No. Somebody's got to read between the lines and look between the ruts. We got some ruts to look through today. Malcolm Stewart, a phenomenal win, an impressive win, a beast mode like win in Tampa, Florida as we kick off the East Coast leg of the series. But here is the elephant in the room, my friends, and it is a big elephant to say the least. This is great. We're going to examine some polling today. If you're new, get subscribed. Jump over to the community page of the Walty Wanderers MX channel and participate. Throw on an open face, throw on some work boots and gardening gloves, and bring some tear-offs because the roost tends to fly. Was this a one-hit wonder for Malcolm Stewart? For me, that's the elephant in the room. And like I said, we're going to get to some polling because we asked it. Where is he going to finish in Detroit? Is he going to win? He's going to win. A lot of people are, yeah, he's going to win. His dad saying, get ready. Big James is like, it's on. Get ready for more of this. We're just getting, really? Is it a little early to celebrate, I think. The elephant in the room really is, was this a one-hit wonder? Now, nobody can deny that was an impressive win. He showed the speed. He chased down and dispatched a Kenny like he was a lapper. Like he's a privateer. Well, he basically is, for all intents and purposes, on that outdated Suzuki. But, I mean, it's the best Suzuki money can buy for sure. That is not a bike that anybody can buy. It's got some secret sauce in it, I'm sure. And then Chase Sexton folded like a cheap suit when Malcolm started chasing him down. And Malcolm was hitting those whoops like in a whole different gear. And he was putting together a tricky track. But the reality is this, friends. This has been a long time coming. I think one of the longest stretches for a pro to go from their start to pulling their first win. And it's awesome now to see that they are actually James and Mookie, Bubba and Mookie. I love their nicknames, right? They both got good nicknames. Bubba Stewart and Mookie are the first brothers to have both won a premier class, one in the premier class. Even the Wonder Boy, the chosen one, and his Batman and Robin brother haven't been able to achieve that yet. And I'm not so sure they will now. That window's closing. Isn't that funny the way the industry had ushered them in as the face and celebrated them and paid them for wins, basically, that hadn't even been achieved yet. Paid them for McGrath-style record-breaking money, and they hadn't even gotten started. I had never seen anybody go all in on a rider like the chosen one. And I like the chosen one. He got gobbled up by the industry. But the reality is this, friends. You know, with Mookie, the question is really what's this mean moving forward? Is he going to be a one-hit wonder? Is this it? I mean, for me, and I think Mookie, he gets it. Like, he was trying to say this. He could tell how pumped everybody was. Husky, Nate Ramsey, Big James, Bubba himself. You know, you got it in you. You can do it. This is your time. But Mookie, he's the one out of everybody that's keeping it the most real. Because he's like, hey, man, no matter what happens moving forward, this is basically what he said. No matter what happens moving forward, I'm in the record books. And for a guy that didn't even really want to race pro moto, wanted to be, just go out and fish, and that family had money, he could have done anything. They would have gave him seed money to start up a company or do something or just been part of 7 Gear or whatever the case may be. He could have just taken a regular job and enjoyed the fruits of the family's success, kind of similar to the Wonder Boy. That family's enjoying the fruits of the Wonder Boy's success. That wealth's getting spread around. I'm pretty sure James spread around a little wealth as well. There's a lot of seed money to do, whether it was, trainings or tracks or track days or whatever the case may be, coaching. It's all available to them. But there's a big, Detroit's going to be big. Big. And this is the thing about Supercross now, Ricky, SMX. If you're in watching Ricky's show, it's SMX. But if you're watching Walty's show, it's Supercross, brothers. Supercross, motocross playoffs. That's what you get. And it's not football. It's not halftime shows. It's just, it's intermission at best, but it's now watered down marketing intermissions. So it's halftime shows. But the reality is this. Mookie this is big because, the bikes are so ultra powerful and fast to keep them contained on these tight stadium tracks. It's not like back in the day. Like even in the McGrath era, two-stroke era, these bikes didn't have the power. They could navigate these tight confines of a stadium. It was a little more separation between riders, right? And you had to finesse the bike a little more. Now it's not that you don't have to finesse the bike, but it's really containing that much violent power and seeing if you can get it around these tracks. And they're not even designed. They're too much power for these tracks. They're not getting them out of second, third gear. It's not until we get to the outdoors where we really get to see these things eat, right? So the reality is this. I would love nothing more. None of us, I think, would love nothing more to see not only Malcolm go get another win or be a regular podium guy or actually is in the championship hunt when this thing comes down to the finale in Vegas. Oops, there I go again. Not in Vegas. Get it back to Vegas, guys. Sam Boyd Stadium. That's where it belongs. Not the drag strip. Not just because there's a playoff at the drag strip. You can't have this thing. Have it in somewhere. Utah, you should be on the circuit, but not as the finale. It's not the most exciting place on earth. You want the opener and the finale to be on the most exciting places on earth. In Southern California, and Anaheim is a great place for the opener, and Vegas is a party town where celebrations always occur, and that's where it belongs. Even if you have to put it on the drag strip, actually. Do it there twice. But the reality is this. Malcolm, we asked it. If we all want Malcolm to win, if we're all hoping for him to win, I would love to see the dude pull the championship off. It's a contract year for him as well. So no matter what, you would think his stock value goes up as long as he can keep it on two wheels and keep it competitive and hovering around the top five, maybe sniffing the podium or landing on the podium. But if he was to get another win or come down to a championship hunt or win the championship, we might have a new Wonder Boy on our hands, so to speak. It would really help his career. Although in the 250s when he won on Geico Honda, nobody came knocking and he didn't even get picked up after a championship ride. But the times have changed. I think this time he will get a ride. And the reality is this. When you get to that age, I don't know how I think this is a big accolade. He's achieved what many riders never, ever will. A lot of factory guys out there are never going to win a championship in the 450 class. Not to say that Justin Cooper won't, but chances are he won't. It's a long shot. But he can earn a really good living and potentially set himself up to not have to work again if he can stay out there and put in the finishes that garnishes factory contracts for another 5 years or more. And it's kind of cool to see these riders actually riding into their 30s now. A lot of guys out there into their 30s, which is like majority of them now. That's insane, which just tells me the bike, it comes down to the bike, right? Because back when it was just whiskey throttle two-stroke and you needed to be like, full send, young gun, no fear, haven't had the big injury, but now you got to be more strategic when you ride these 450s. You got to be smart. Your race IQ has to be high. But we asked it on the Walty Wanderers community page. Is Mookie going to win? Is he going to podium? Is it a top 5? Is it other? What is it? Let's go ahead and jump in, take a look at some polling, and then we'll meet back here and wrap it up. Let's get started.
All right, race fans, buckle up, strap in, roll up your windows, lock your doors, and throw on a fresh pair of tear-offs because the roost is about to fly. When asked on the Walty Wanderers community page of the YouTube channel, I want Mookie to win in Detroit, but if I had to put money on him, 7% of you said he's going to win again, while 29% of you said he's going to podium, while the majority of you, 55%, said top 5. Well, let's go ahead and take a lap around a couple comments. First up to the starting gate, our boy, Fast and Furious, Jerry Hill comes in with, "The field is collapsing around him, Walty. I think he believes he belongs now. So, that combination smells like podium. Go, Walty. Right on, my brother. I appreciate it. Let's see who's up next." Roasted Ben goes flying down the start straight with, "The confidence wave that he's about to ride on is gonna be epic. If ET3 can't get the title, I sure hope Mookie gets it." Boom. And there it is there. The people's choice for sure. Thanks, my brother. Let's see who's up next. Deuce 1197 hucks the triple, throws a fat knack with, "Webb feeds off confidence. Who's to say Malcolm can't do the same thing? He knows he can win now, and that's one big step in the right direction." And there it is there. Boom, giving it to us, and giving it to us straight. Let's see who's up next. TB Mode brings it across the finish line, lights the candles, and gets a Bubba neck burn with, "Where's all them asterisk warriors at?" Boom, and there it is there. You're right. Not a bunch of people saying, "Oh, he only got the win because the rest of the field wasn't in it." He went out there and smoked everybody. Thanks for everybody who participated. Jump in and read the rest, but bring your tear-offs because there's some barn burners in there, and the roost tends to fly. Let's jump back to the studio and wrap this baby up.
All right, friends, welcome back, and there you go. So, again, our hearts, if we're betting with our hearts, of course, we want Mookie to win, right? Especially, this was not a lucky win for him. He dispatched riders, right? He embarrassed the field. Like, that had to be crazy to not only win. Like, sure, there was a couple of Jets out of the mix, Tomac's out of the mix, but I think the way Mookie rode in Tampa, the way he chased down Chase Sexton and dispatched Kenny, and Cooper Webb didn't even have anything for him. Wonder Boy and Eli were not much better, if at all, than the riders I just mentioned. So I think that Mookie could have won with a full field on the gate. But regardless, there were some heavy hitters out there. That was not a, somebody got hurt and handed it to him win. And it was amazing. The crowd interaction was unlike anything we have ever seen before. I mean, this was one for the history books. And like I was about to say, Mookie knows. He's like, regardless, and he said as much, no matter what happens from here on out, like, this is huge for me. I've finally gotten that win. I am in the record books. And they got another record with Bubba and Mookie now being the only brothers to have ever won in this premier class. We've had the Alessis both line up in the premier class. We've had the Lawrence brothers line up in the premier class. There's probably been some other brothers that maybe have been out there that I can't recall at the moment, but nobody's both won. Now, 20 years apart or more since Bubba won his last race or for whatever, and Mookie won this one. That's a long gap. Like that, nobody's going to touch. No, but Mookie, listen up. Mookie, if you're fishing out there right now, listen up, brother.
I'm here. Just give it to us and give it to us straight, Walty.
Nobody, even if the Wonder Boy and Hunter win in the premier class, Hunter needs to do it now, which is questionable, unfortunately, I hate to say it. Nobody's going to do it 20 years apart. But the reality is this, Mookie, we all are pulling for you. We want you to win. But if we had to pull out our wallets, which the industry wants you to do, and start betting on this stuff, be careful with that, man. Never bet more money than you're prepared to lose, guys, all right? That's the word to the wise. Whenever I go to the casino, I'll take $100 to the blackjack table, a $5 blackjack table or 10. And that's my limit, $100. So never, because I can afford to, I'm like, hey, I had fun, $100 of entertainment, that's fine. And I rarely do it, once a year. When I go to Vegas, whoops, never mind, don't go there anymore. But when I did, that's how I do it. Top 5 is where the most of us feel that Mookie's going to fit in. And that's a really good, probably accurate, safe bet because we're missing the Wonder Boy. We're probably missing Hunter Lawrence. These are 2 top 5 guys easily. And we don't know the condition of Eli at the moment, if he's going to be out there. And if he is, at what percentage. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy that wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. Shark infested. Mookie, welcome to the swimming pool. Dude, you're backstroking in the shallow end. You mopped up the field in Tampa. The community has spoken, the real community, not mainstream interviewing media, not the industry itself, the public, the moto community thinks that you're a top 5 guy. Dude, listen, that is nothing to be embarrassed about. If you could throw this thing top 5s for the rest of the season, that should keep you in the points hunt coming down to the finale. And most of us think you're probably going to hit a podium. And if the planets align again, you could even clock off some wins. You are in this thing potentially at some level. Regardless, even if you could keep it top 5s, this is going to poise you to command another contract moving forward. And that's why Walty will be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way. Because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, gonna love the next video. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.